Welcome back, everybody. This is Dragons Guild 76 here, and today I have a treat for you. We're finally going to go ahead and review the Red Dragon Evolution box from Pathfinder. Super excited. Pretty much involves these guys here, the Red Dragon. And we're going to go ahead and debut these minis for you today. So let's go ahead and roll the intro and get right into it. See you then. And welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and review these miniatures today. Unfortunately, to find a box of these new and unopened is pretty darn hard, as they are discontinued. So I don't have a price of how much each one costs today. You're pretty much going to find these on the secondhand market. And that's how I was able to collect them, was on the secondhand market. So the first one we're going to go ahead and look at is the medium-sized miniature, which is this guy here. Camera, pick him up. Really like the sculpt on this guy. It looks like he's standing. The wings are pretty proportionate. You can see the spikes growing on him. This would be a very young dragon here. So let me go to place him on the map here. Really cool detailed miniature. You can see the plate work in the belly there and on the chest. Really, really cool. Again, he's medium-sized, and then up against your average adventurer, he's still pretty big. So here's another medium-sized miniature standing next to him. And he looks pretty much taller than this guy on his hind legs. Now, if he were to be quadrupedal, he would probably be around the size of a small horse already. So something to consider. And then next in the line, which is a really cool sculpt, as there's hardly any, I mean, I'm very picky with the red dragons, especially from the D&D's line. There's hardly any from the actual Icons of the Realms line that I like. But here's the next one here. This is the young adult now, by definition. Large red dragon by this definition. But this would be a young adult dragon here. So probably adolescent, teenage years, come barely in the middle of puberty, if you will, for dragons. So on this miniature, you can see that the scales, or the spikes, if you will, have developed on him. He has developed his horn on the tip of his nose. Really cool miniature. Go ahead and stand him right here like so. Very, very cool sculpt. You can see that the spike work in the tail, he's finally developed the spikes in his tail there. Wing work is really good. I really like these miniatures. They're excellent. And then the last dragon in this set is a huge miniature. So we have medium, large, and then the next one is huge. And this next one I'm about to show you is by far my favorite dragon mini that I have in my collection. And you've seen them in a lot of other videos before. So without further ado, here is the adult dragon here. Really, really fantastic sculpt on this guy. He looks menacing and mean. Muscles are developed. The spikes in his on him are awesome. Horn is fully developed. Look at the face work here on him. Very cool. Again, this is one of my favorite miniatures in my collection. I love this mini. Go ahead and place them over here like this, like so. And you can see in the progression you have the very young young adult, adult. And then next would be gargantuan, which I do have in hand. But we're going to go ahead and save them for a different video. So these are them. Now let me go ahead and place our other miniatures on here for size comparison. So this is your standard adventure right here, Braum. Go ahead and look. I mean, these miniatures mean business. I love this evolution pack. Then next we have Singe. Little Singe. Go ahead and place them right here. You can see Singe looks pretty darn dwarfed. I mean, he almost looks like a dragon himself. Shoot. Throw him there. You can say that's a hatchling. People wouldn't know. Really cool. I love these. So now, to talk a little bit more about these and pricing, for this guy, I found him on the secondhand market, so eBay. You're generally going to find this guy for around $60 to $80, depending on who's selling him at the time. So that's how I got this guy. I had to buy him separate on eBay. This one I got through a site on Mercari called Mercari. It's pretty much like Let Go. This one I got really lucky. I bought him for $25. I don't think the person knew what they had. And it was probably some mother getting rid of all their child's stuff. So, I mean, great find for me, but went ahead and checked them out on eBay. This guy is worth around $45 to $50 range. And actually, out of the three here, this is the most difficult to find for some reason. And I mean, I don't blame it. I mean, look at the sculpt on him. The sculpt is fantastic. It doesn't look weird at all on a comparison to the red dragon from Tyranny of Dragons. Really, in my opinion, I never really liked that miniature sculpt. So I never really bought him. But this guy I had to have. This guy looks intimidating and mean. His chest is all puffed out. Really cool. Put him there. And then this guy here is probably the least expensive mini. Now they do have him a similar sculpt on a different Pathfinder's line. The difference is the base is going to be larger. So he's based on one of these here, a large base. If you want the medium-sized base miniature, this guy is going to cost you around $25 on the secondhand market. And that's what I got him for. This was the last one that I was able to find. So, I mean, if you're okay with the large base, then you can buy this guy for a little bit cheaper, about $15 with the large base. Alright, so let me go ahead and put some terrain down and we'll see what these guys look like in an encounter. Be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. So here it is, the miniature set up in an encounter. I built out a little cave scenario where the adventurers would enter in from over here. You have this nice open area for combat over there, and then you have this more rocky dynamic area over here. And as you can see, the adventurers, we have Nash in the back, the Gnoll, Braum the fighter, Archibald the archer, Lady Let the wizard, and then we have Singe working his way back behind these stalagmites trying to get a catch on the dragon. So nice little encounter here that I set up. This would be an ideal size for a large encounter. So something about this size here. Or if you wanted to, this would be a really big encounter if you wanted to replace this one with the medium miniature. So we get them out for a second. Here we go. So maybe you came into his lair, and this would be a very large area for a miniature battle like that. But an idea you can do using what you have in these miniatures. So I'm going to go ahead and just for the heck of it, I'm going to place the really big miniature in here just to see what it would look like in here. It's a little bit cramped for a miniature like this one here. Let me go ahead and place them so that way they're all facing them. How about that? Oops. A little bit hard to balance them on that terrain there. There you go. It's a little bit hard to have a huge battle in here, but at least you'll be able to move around, very dynamic. But these miniatures mean, I mean, these dragons mean business. More focusing on the dragon. If you put this down, your players would probably poop themselves. I mean, even if we go back to this guy here. I mean, you know you're in for a very tough battle ahead when you put him down. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about the dragons. Is this your preferred style of red dragon, or do you prefer the Icons of the Realms dragon instead? Let me know. I'm interested to know down in the comments. Also, we are close to our 75 subscriber mark. We are just 12 away now at this point from reaching that. So definitely give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more like it. Help the channel grow. Subscribe. It's free. And then don't forget to ring the bell to stay up to date on everything Dragon's Guild so you don't miss out on quality content like this here. So that's just going to about do it, you guys. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.